Привет, братцы! С вами Луксмакс. Игра Call of Juarez. Зов Хуареса. Стрим Дикий. Дикий Запад. Погнали. Я нажал любую кнопку сразу. Начать игру. История. Обычная, высокая. Обычная. А то можно и застрять. Польский шутер.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Прекрасная озвучка, очень поставленные актерские голоса. Великолепно. Прям выдающаяся озвучка. Голоса что надо. Деды хриплые. Такие тут
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs.
Вот так память
I
работает.
threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Стая птиц. Крутое повествование. Да, замедление. Тускнеет что-то в голове. Все это круто. Ну, нормально по звуку, я думаю. Да нормально. Балдеж. Я думаю, им стоит выпустить продолжение этой игры. Тем более, эта часть вообще такая успешная была. Всем же понравилось, а? Нажмите еще, чтобы задание проверить. Так, я иду. Контрольная точка. Крутится барабан.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Убийство в голову. В голову убийства падение. Вы зарабатываете опыт, убивая врагов. Опыт необходим для перехода на новые уровни и получения дополнительных способностей. О, да.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
И...
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit! They're coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us! Stay on it! Covering fire!
О, класс. Конкретная ковбойская тема.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Круто. Какое-то сопротивление они оказывают. Ух. Окей. Поближе. В голову. Ой. Интересно. А это не развивается.
You're dead!
Музыка атмосферная тоже.
Time to die!
Плюс 5.
Die! I'm putting you down!
Где он там? Чем он там сейчас занят? Плюс 5.
You're dead! Watch out! He's one of them! God, he's right behind us! Where the hell's Garrett? Never ran.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Я... Эх ты гад. Чуть не потерял его из виду.
Let's do this!
Бегун. Этот, видимо, везунчик на какое-то время. Так, меню героя. Меню навыков. Зверолов. Боец ближнего боя. Рейнджер. Меткий стрелок на больших расстояниях. Так, стрелок отчаянный. Герой с 2 стволами. Стрельба из 2 рук. Меткий стрелок. Ближний бой. Наверное, это специфический такой геймплей будет. Вот это агрессивный такой вариант. Возьму. С 2 стволов.
You ain't going nowhere.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Балдеж. Вот так еще веселее, а?
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Использовать.
The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Kill him.
Ну так,
You think you can kill me too?
я вас всех порешаю. Салага.
I'm done with you.
Хорош. Эх ты, рыбий глаз. Бум. Биг бада-бум. Так. И что, а?
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots.
Truth be
Watch your
told,
flank.
things weren't much better behind the house.
Kill him.
Погодите. Ух ты, тыквы.
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of
Убийство.
skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Перекати поле.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Патрончики. Открыть.
And like that, I was
all be
inside,
dead, you
none the
bastards.
worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap. I'm done.
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Baldry.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
Посмотрим. Комикс. Чертовски умен. Меткий стрелок, 21 убийства к 21 году.
Billy
Идет
looked at me
по
and
графику.
said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of.
Can't take us all out.
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
$500.
Это Сир.
Beat this up all day. I think I got one.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Получается.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Прикольно. Красные бочки тут взрываются. Ох, веселая игра.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to
Reflex.
Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatlin, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them
Gatling.
round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Я втянулся уже по полной программе.
Gonna make a run for it. Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place.
Хорош.
But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Ага. Это я вижу. Тыквы. Дают очки. Аркадка. Веселая.
Gonna cut you a new one.
Рукопашка.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Вот это просто... Охренеть, как круто было.
Sounds like Garrett
Sean
hired a
Wick.
whole regiment of hired guns.
Крутяк. Отвал башки.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Годите.
That was too damn close. You ain't going nowhere.
Хана вам всем. Дикий
Finally,
стрим.
I had the stables within my reach.
Всем привет. Дорогие мои дорогие. И чего у нас тут? Глубокие карманы. Сконцентрирован. Более долгие комбо. Не выходите из своего убийственного безумия так быстро. Ваш счетчик комбо будет оставаться активным на 50% дольше. Лучшие цепочки убийств. Окей. Патронов пока и так
And
хватает.
that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Гордый, хорош с собой, неуклюжий. Неуклюжий — это плохо для ковбоев.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Новеллы читали люди. Зум. Сердцебиение.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Это повествование. Что тут можно играть, какой-то сюжет обыгрывать, но это на самом деле не было. Потом еще раз проходить.
Stepped inside, and bam!
Бах.
Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Честно убито. Просто. Посмотрим. Я только первый уровень.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Кольт уравнял шансы.
And the kid surrendered? When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Просидели в тюрьме до весны. Владимирский Централ.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
28 апреля 1881 год, тюрьма Линкольн, через 4 месяца
He was
после
with
ареста.
John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Здесь есть трупы, судя по всему. Ух ты, шляпка. Секрет. Белый кит. Сувенирчик такой.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Шотган. Уитни 10-го калибра. Громкая, как динамит. Может разорвать человека пополам. В цепких лапках.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Белый кит.
Anybody see Billy? That little son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus.
Okay, now you're really pissing me off.
Клочья. Близко к нему. Был.
Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Законники повсюду. О, лужа.
Anybody see him?
Тут там орёт, помочь что кому-то надо.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell.
Ух ты.
The whole town was up in arms. And
Как
suddenly,
удобно-то.
I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Jared's gonna kick our ass! I can't have gotten far.
Ай-яй-яй. Не видно.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Where did he get you?
Патрончики.
You!
But hell if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
Тот не достался
You hooligans can go to
в таком
hell.
тире ковбойском.
It's you or me!
Эти не дадут незаметно прокрасться.
town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Give it up!
Блин. Давай. Убийство в падении. Уже падать начал. Откуда там? Белишка сушится. Что-то все-таки не меняется.
Let's do
Get your headstone!
There's children here.
Видите где-то?
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass-eating, smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Любопытные комментарии. В голову очень хорошо. Экспа прет. Приятно. Для польского шутера это просто неожиданно. Настолько крутую игру. То, что они сделали. Реально круто. Секрет. Так, мне туда? Не, на лестницу. Хорошо, что можно вызвать еще подсказку.
Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Стало ясно, зачем Билли освободил меня. Зачем же?
Beef it!
Have you no respect for decency?
Круто.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Сумасшедшие.
I knew
Вы
if I
что,
made it
меня
out of there in
вцепились?
one piece,
Я не он.
no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him.
Тяжко.
Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me
Последний
down.
вдох.
He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly
Сколько
pissed
тут
that I
всяких
stole his mean-ass
наград.
shotgun.
Очень много
Anyway,
наград.
it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Put down your weapon! Get out here! You won't get away with this!
Где вы, где вы, где вы? Саспенс.
I don't get paid enough for this! Show yourself, coward!
Да, я не трус. Я ща выйду. Где ты? Жиша. У него из башки пошла. Там и кровь, и мозги. Ага, перезарядка. Ой-ой-ой. Чётенько. Давайте посмотрим, что у нас здесь. Рейнджер на большое расстояние. Отчаянный. Угу. Круто. Написано, давайте. Замечательно. Предупреждает, где он. Ничего себе, я аж попал в него. Но, видимо, не в голову. Прицел красный. Недостаточно. Он открыт. В ногу. А. Не получается. Сейчас поближе подойду. Штурм. Прикольно. Убийства. Ну, сплошные убийства.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
Стейблс. Конюшня.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go.
Let
And he
me go.
says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Измените положение руки с помощью F и V. F и V. чтобы быстрее выхватить револьвер. Пузатый он такой, аж рубашка не сходится на нем.
I killed him in a fair fight.
Честная схватка.
Everybody saw I had no damn choice.
No damn choice.
Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Много незаурядных личностей в истории. Пуля для старика. Enter. Вот.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Погнали. Кактусы. Тут уж другая, да, атмосфера. Мексика. Очки дают за такое. За кактусы.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Трое.
Come on out, you yellow bastard!
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
Классная анимация. Перезарядки, конечно.
None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Лезут и лезут.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Закончились патроны. Интересно. Такие пульки вставляются. Барабаны. С спешка, повышенная скорость концентрации. Ох, как здорово. А тут что у нас? Поиск истины, подсказка о самородах истины, глубокие карманы рейнджер, твердый прицел. Угу. Алчность. Будем идти сюда. Да. Легендарное оружие открыто.
Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Hard to hit a moving target.
Блин. Камни,
Finally,
камни.
they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Выход. Где эта пещера? Где она? Где она? Нет.
Stand and fight, coward.
I ran
Скройтесь.
ahead as if the devil himself was after me.
Как будто
Bullets were
дьявол
whizzing
гонится
by
за
my
мной.
ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Скройтесь. Весна.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. And he
Лучше
would
быть
know.
везучим, чем хорошим.
And imagine my surprise when I
Dynamite.
found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat.
Тигр.
My fury knew no bounds.
Контратака.
Where's he going?
Лучше в голову. Поощряется все-таки. Так, секретик вижу.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
I think he's scared.
Как забраться-то? Так, вот он. Давай, запрыгивай. Ну. Тяжко мне. Ну, хрен знаю. Как тут запрыгнуть-то? Выступ. Какой-то сложный секрет. Его не просто надо увидеть, но и совладать с этими лестницами. Ща. Попробуем еще. Так. Ну и ну. Шляпа. Шляпа. Сумасбродный, вздорный, чертовски подлый старик Клентон. Его Гатлинг.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Ну, перезарядка
Not
же
if I was
бывает.
to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Ух ты.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Сейф прям под ними. Надо привыкнуть. Сейчас, посмотрим. В какую сторону мне лучше пройти? Вы погибли. Ой, блин, погиб. Зайти. Просто зайти. Блин, я видел его выстрел и хотел уже за укрытие отойти. Постоянное нажатие кнопки Enter до окончания загрузки уровня считалось бесчестным поступком на Диком Западе. Разум — хитрая штука. Прибавьте к морю выпивки старческий маразм и получите бредовые воспоминания. Сюжет этой игры с юмором. Не, так не пройду. Ой, так нет.
Reload! Don't let that some bitch get away with that! Wait, goddamn bullet!
how you live this long.
Чуть-чуть я его задеваю.
Oh, gotta reload. What I ever do to you?
Но он меня сильнее задевает. Однако у него регенерации нет, так
You
что
one stupid zombie.
я в более выигрышном положении.
Would you just die?
Надо чуть в сторону встать. Ай. Дыры в полотне от таких пуль.
Damn contraption jammed to death. Wait, goddamn boat.
Ух ты, это ему больно было.
I don't know how you live this long. What a piece of crap. What I
Старик,
ever do to you?
ты достал меня.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just
Нету
assumed
алиби.
it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding
Ах ты,
eventually
рыбий глаз.
led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Ах ты, рыбий глаз. Нету алиби. Винтовка. Сайлас не имеет алиби, преследует ковбоев не ради денег, а ради мести.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo.
24 марта
I had
82
tracked
года.
him and the cowboys to their
Iron
hideout at a
Springs.
sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Драки все готовы.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Курчавый.
Get ready, boys.
Send him to hell.
Эй. Дождливая погода.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Take him down.
Классно, что изменили погоду. Другая атмосфера пошла. И уровень совершенно другой. Да, лесопилка тут. Прям пилорама.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
God damn, he's hard to hit.
Красные платки, знаете, это как разноцветные майки у более современных банд. Прям униформа такая.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Что-то я сначала не увидел, откуда там. Наверное, просто спереди. Ощущение такое, как будто он прям тут где-то. башке им главное попадать. Тогда будет четко. Блин, побежал он. Я за ним тогда. Круто. Бодро все. Доберитесь до лесопильни. Готово. Вау.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas.
Красный
That's how the
бандана.
cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say
Какие-то
that Ringo was
необычные
infernally fast.
позы.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cat.
Он прям практически пританцовывает. Но он раскачивается во время стрельбы. Интересно выглядит. Так, сменить можно винтовку на дробовик.
Herb wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal.
Loyal.
Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Я создаю опасности на лесопильне. Да, нарушение техники безопасности. Тут теперь происшествие. Такая водная мельница.
Excuse
Я
me,
его
sir.
услышал,
I have a
кстати.
question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
И тупой, и трус. Сынок у него был. Контрольная точка. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Что у нас тут?
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Еще одна контрольная точка. Ща, перезарядиться надо. Да, попадись ты мне, будь ты проклят. Ага.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good
Всех
cover.
вас, козлов. Далеко они стоят. Убийство. Very good. Ковбойский стиль. Курчавый Билл. Ну-ка, доберусь я до тебя. Под струю идем. Прохладная водица. Щитоносец. Чё, такие хитрые они? Ну попробуй. Ага. Надо угадывать сторону. Черт знает что.
That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Мне направо.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Обрезанный дробовик. Виды. Живописно. Гром. Ой. Бочка. Здесь босс
Curly
будет.
Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Нездоровая канитель начинается. Хлопнет. Зарядит. И хлопнет. Курчавый Билл. Усатый. Победите Курчавого Билла.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Тут уже не дуэль, тут такой босс другой. Ай. Ну-ка. Такой тут лабиринт. Черт. Я его и не особо разглядеть успел. Так, мутный силуэт. Настоящие мужики перед началом дуэли стреляют по цыплятам рядом с противником. Это он. Большая шляпа. Характерная. Ой. Надо куда-то встать в аккуратное место. Он даже, мне кажется, повыше, чем его миньоны. Бейте этого тупого сукина сына. Самые вы тупые сукины сыны. Я вам всем отомщу. Попячен будешь. Почему ты еще стоишь? Голову насквозь. Голову
Brocious
особо
gave me
опасен.
no choice but to take his life. But
Brocious.
Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Промотали время. Следующий. Кто станет у руля и схватит пулю? Джонни Ринго, усач. Каньон, Турки Крик.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that
Но
Doc Holliday was the one that killed
новеллы
him.
врут, однако.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Фокус 94 целых.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
0,2.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Indeed I did. Великолепный одиночка. Убийство Джонни Ринго закрыло первую главу саги о месте Сайлоса и положило начало новой.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head.
Ладно, ребят, больше часа стрим идет. Всем пока, с вами был Луксмакс. Это Зов Хуареса. Потом продолжим. Пока.